Today's video is sponsored by Collect Edition. They have everything for your magic needs, including a huge commander inventory, and right now they are shipping worldwide for free for orders over $10. Check them out with the link in the description. Ho ho ho, everybody's doing a top best commander cards from 2020, so I thought I would do the exact same thing and what? Just kidding, I'm doing a top 15, not 10, underrated, underplayed, undervalued, undershlogen, underbloble commander cards from 2020 because 15 is better than 10 and everybody already knows what good cards came out this year, so maybe you can actually learn something today. Do it! Silver teach you a lesson for Christmas. Disclaimer, this is my opinion, so chill out. I know I'm leaving out a lot of good cards, but that doesn't mean they're not good. It's just that these are not the ones you're gonna ask for Christmas. Underrated, not all of them, but underplayed for sure. Santa's here with a list and a gift as well. I'll be giving away 3 Commander Legend booster packs brought to you in part by Collect Edition, and all you have to do is like, share, and comment on which card you think is the most undervalued commander card of 2020. And finally, don't forget to subscribe to support the channel or become a member of my new Patreon. Check it out, we have a lot of sweet stuff over there for my exclusive members, link in the description. At number 15 we have Wintertime Skydiver. He's a 2-mana 2/1 flying kicker X. When Thieving Skydiver enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, gain control of target artifact with converted mana cost X or less. If that artifact is an equipment, attach it to Thieving Skydiver.
Nice.
So pay 3 mana, steal an opponent's soul ring or mana crypt. Okay, or pay 5 mana, steal someone's feast and famine, and equip it on the spot to the Skydiver. Ho ho ho.
You disgust me. How can you live with yourself?
A sweet little value thief that I would consider running instead of an artifact spot removal. At number 14, another card from Zendikar, Christmas Apparition. He's a 3-mana 2/2. When Skyclave Apparition enters the battlefield, exile up to 1 target non-land, non-token permanent you don't control, which could convert a mana cost 4 or less.
Wow.
When Skyclave Apparition leaves the battlefield, the exile's card's owner creates a XX blue illusion creature token where X is the converted mana cost of the exiled card. You probably know this guy from Standard and he can be really good in Commander as well. Takes care of any non-land permanent with converted mana cost 4 or less. Plus, when he dies, the player doesn't get it back. He gets a sleazy freaking token instead.
What do you want?
Ew, sleazy token. Plus, he's a creature, so you can blink him and recure him as well. At number 13, we have Cookies and Milk Dream Trawler. He's a 6-mana 3/5 flying lifelink. Okay, whenever you draw a card, he gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Whenever he attacks, you draw a card. Discard a card, he has hexproof until end of turn, and you tap him.
You have that luxury.
His mana cost looks intimidating at first, but I'm telling you, it's all worth it. Flying so he can attack easy, lifelink is always nice, draws cards, protects himself, mix him up with a couple of wheel effects, and this guy can get out of hand really fast. A great gift for all the children. At number 12, we have Goodwill of Misfortune. Each player secretly chooses a number 0 or greater. Then all players reveal the numbers simultaneously and determine the highest and the lowest numbers revealed this way. Wheel of Misfortune deals damage equal to the highest number of each player who chose that number. Each player who didn't choose the lowest number discards their hand, then draws 7 cards. I love this card, it's so freaking funky and it's also a cheaper alternate to Wheel of Fortune with a twist. Simple yet effective. At number 11 we have Jaska, Jesus Reborn.
Who the heck are you?
Jeskai Thrice Reborn enters the battlefield with a loyalty counter on it for each time you've cast a commander from the command zone this game. 0. Choose target creature until your next turn. If that creature would deal damage to one of your opponents, it deals triple that damage instead. Minus X, Jeska deals X damage to each up to 3 targets. And she has Partner. I don't remember the last time I was this excited about a red commander card. Her 0 ability is just bonkers. She's one of those commanders that's always a threat, even in the command zone. Everyone knows you can play her for cheap and triple damage one of your opponents at any time. Plus her minus ability gets better and better as the game goes. And Partner? So many possibilities. The perfect gift. At number 10 we have Shadow Bells. What the fuck? It's a 1-mana equipment. Equipped creature get +1/+1 and has trample and lifelink. Wow. Pay 1, permanents your opponent's control lose hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. Equip for 2. One of my favorites equipments since forever. Trample and lifelink are amazing. The activated ability is amazing as well. Wow, so nice. Wow, so pow pow. Wow. But the best part is that it's really cheap. even to cast and to equip, making this card amazing. Fits in any deck and costs nothing. Versatile. At number 9, we have Elidar Vacation Retreat. It's a 4-mana enchantment. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, choose one. Create a 2/2 white cat beast creature token, or put a +1/+1 counter on each creature, or put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. Those creatures gain vigilance until end of turn. A landfall enchantment token generator? Are you sure this ain't a green card?
Are you saying there's something wrong with my gear?
Paired with the right cards, and this can get out of hand really easily. But even by itself, it gives you so much value. Tokens, counters, I want it all. At number 8, Dismantling Mittens is a 3-mana sorcery. For each opponent, destroy up to 1 target artifact or enchantment that player controls. Cycling. For 8, when you cycle Dismantling Wave, destroy all artifacts and enchantments.
Guys, give up, or you're thirsty for more.
This is an instant card away from being one of the best of all time removals in the format. A 3-for-1 card with an added cycling ability. What? Versatile and effective. At number 7, we have our Reindeers, Uro and Kroxa, a 2-for-1. Kroxa, 1 black, 1 red, 6/6. When Kroxa enters the battlefield, sacrifice it unless it escaped. When Kroxa enters the battlefield or attacks, each opponent discards a card. Then each opponent who didn't discard a non-land card this way loses 3 life. Escape for 4. And Uro, you probably know this guy from Standard. When he enters the battlefield, sacrifice him unless he escaped. When Uro enters the battlefield or attacks, you gain 3 life and draw a card. Then you may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield. Huh? Escape for 4? Am I reading this right?
Don't let your dreams be dreams.
We've all seen these in Standard and we can't deny the power of these cards, but I just haven't seen them all that much in Commander. I actually play Uro in my Yarok deck because I double the ETB, and I also play Kroxa in my Obeka deck to end their turn when he enters the battlefield so I don't get to sacrifice him. But even without any synergies, these are really good and I want to see them more in Commander. Number 6, Coral of Creation. It's a 4-mana enchantment. You may play an additional land on each of your turns. Whenever you cast a spell, draw 2 cards. Huh? At the beginning of your end step, discard your hand. So many dumb things to do with this and I don't even need to explain how.
I don't give a damn what you think you are entitled to.
The whole 3-color enchantment cycle from Ikoria is nice, but this guy gets the top spot. Now for the top 5, the best gifts you can get your children. These gifts separate the good parents from the bad. Another 2-for-1 with our Christmas Ultimatums, Eerie Ultimatum and Ruinous Ultimatum. They each cost 7, return any number of permanence cards with different names from your graveyard to the battlefield, and destroy all non-land permanents your opponents control. The biggest spells in this list, and oh boy is little Timmy gonna be happy for Christmas. All the ultimatums from this year are really good, especially when compared to the old ones, but I think these two get the top spot under the Christmas tree. At number 4, another 2-for-1 in Jesus Conquers Death and Frosty Best the Sea Gods.
You freaking bricks!
ECD costs 5, exile target permanent and opponent controls with converted mana cost 3 or greater. Then non-creature spells your opponent control cost 2 more to cast until your next turn. And 3, return target creature or planeswalker card from your graveyard to the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on it or a loyalty counter on it. And the Sea Gods creates a 8/8 blue Kraken creature token with hexproof, really strong. Then tap all non-land permanents target opponent controls. They don't untap during their controller's next untap step. And 3, gain control of target permanent and opponent controls. Untap it. Probably my favorite cards on this list. I actually play them in my Wrath Capuchin deck, playing them at instant speed. But even without that, these bring so much to the table. All the abilities are bonkers and I just hope they end up on someone's Christmas list. At number 3, we have Terror of the Snow Peaks. 5 mana, 5/4 flying dragon. Ooh, I love dragons. Spells your opponents cast that targets Terror of the Peaks cost an additional 3 life to cast. Okay, whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, Terror of the Peaks deals damage equal to that creature's power to any target.
You want answers?
Wow, the Warstorm Surge on a creature for cheaper on the 5/4 flying body? You know a card is good when you become the threat the second it hits the battlefield. All the naughty kids are gonna ask for this one, I can assure you that. At number 2, Underworld Feast. It's a 2-mana red enchantment. Each non-land card in your graveyard has Escape. The Escape cost is equal to the card's mana cost, plus exile 3 other cards from your graveyard. At the beginning of your end step, sacrifice Underworld Breach. Man, oh man, talk about raw power. The card that comes to mind when seeing this is Yawgmoth's Will. The card does need an engine to function, unlike Yawgmoth's Will, but being able to replay the cards over and over as long as you have cards to exile goes a long way. Imagine playing cards like Entomb over and over again, and then escaping the cards you fetched.
Just do it!
Or Lion's Eye Diamond. Sack to add 3 mana, discard your hand, escape over and over for a 0 mana as long as you have the cards in your graveyard. And unlike Yawgmoth's Will, Underworld Breach doesn't exile itself, so you can bring it back each turn with Sun Titan. I truly believe this is one of the most powerful cards printed this year, period. And finally on number 1, most underrated commander card of 2020. Ferocious Pup, baby! Gives you a 2/2 when he enters the battlefield. What the f***? Look at this little guy's face! What the f***?